Today's verse of the day is Joshua 21 and verse number 43. See if this sounds familiar. And the Lord gave unto Israel all the land which he sware to give unto their fathers, and they possessed it and dwelt therein. This is a really important statement in the book of Joshua. It's in the book of Joshua we read that the children of Israel entered into the land of promise. They conquered the land of promise. They possessed that land and divided it among their tribes. And the Bible says here in verse 43 of chapter 21 that God gave Israel all the land which he swore to their fathers. Which fathers would that be? Well, it goes back to Genesis 12 and verse 7 where we read a promise that God made to Abraham. Abraham was living in the land of Canaan, and God said, I'm going to give this land to your descendants. And the Bible says in Joshua 21 and verse 43, that's exactly what God did. So we're not waiting today for God to fulfill his land promise to Abraham. He fulfilled that promise in the days of Joshua. Now, when you keep reading in the book of Genesis, you see that God expanded that land promise, so to speak, and said, I'm going to give Abraham's descendants all the land from the Euphrates River down to the river of Egypt. And that was fulfilled in the days of King Solomon, 1 Kings chapter 4 and verse number 21. God always keeps his promises. In fact, that's one of the things that motivates us to serve him. We're to hold fast to the confession of our faith without wavering, for he's faithful that promised. We read that in Hebrews 10 and verse 23. Verse of the day, Joshua 21 and verse 43.